From the Lodge Mahal in beautiful Austin, Texas, welcome to a very special Sunday afternoon episode of the Lodge Livestream. What you're watching here is the final 14 players, day 2 of the Super September 100K.
Fun, guys.
Each of these players bought in for $1,000. We've got a $103,000 prize pool. We'll tell you all about the money up top. 14 players came back here for day 2, and we are underway. And what a way to start your day. Brendon gets bullets the very first hand. A nice bucket hat from Eric. The new Lodge bucket hat looking sharp. It's Andrew Moreno with some Broadway cards in the big blind, and he's going to come along. And there's top set for Brendon. Blinds are 5,000, 10,000, 10,000. $15,000. Andrew's contemplating here. Andrew Moreno lives in the Austin area.
60.
Wife Christy, also a poker player. And there's the boat
60.
for Brendon, trying to figure out how he can extract any amount of money here. Hoping that Andrew has the case ace at least. Quick fold, and Brendon is going to win the very first hand of the day. Chip stacks here at the stream table. Looks like John, far and away, the chip leader with 981,000 in seat 2. Then you got Andrew Moreno, second in chips. At any time during the day, you can see players' chip stacks at the top of your screen right there, along with how many players remain. There was 117 total entries in this over 2 flights, which happened on Friday and Saturday. Top 12% of each flight made it to day 2, which meant 6 people came from Friday's. 6 people bagged from Friday's flight, and 8 people bagged close to midnight last night in Flight B. Chip values, we do have 3 different chip values on the table. The light sky blue are 25,000. The orange chips are 5,000 and the yellow chips are 1,000. We could see some point later in the day red chips on the table. Those would be 100,000. Sophia is our dealer today. Safi is our game host. We do have a 2-dealer rotation today. Looks like it'll be Sophia and Clayton. Clayton, the tallest dealer in the country. Tanner looking for a diamond or a queen. There's the diamond, and he gets there with his flush. Right there in seat 7. Goes check, check. He's going to show his diamond. And Brendon is going to lay it down. Yeah, Andrew Moreno in seat 6, $4.5 million in Hindenmob earnings. Quite the player. His best live cash, $1.4 million. As I said, he definitely, he and his family live here in the Austin area. Has a brother that we know from our live streams before. Brother is Johnny Vibes.
Four is 20. 6-4.
I believe the short stack in the remaining 14 players was my good friend and lodge regular Roger Franco. He's on the outer table, and we'll see that outer table throughout the day today. We've got a camera set up right outside this studio to monitor that table. So if anything big happens there, we will have our production crew cut out there, and we'll take a glimpse, an outer table glimpse cam. Big shout out to Ricky in seat 9. Gave Skull and I a little super chat today. Ricky's always generous. Also owns a jerky company and does some music in the area. But his tournament game has really been impressive. He seems to be in the mix in all of our big tournaments. And he says he's really putting a lot of time and effort into it. And it's, believe me, it's showing. Don't know how long we'll go today, but we will go until we have a winner. Big slick for Eric. Fires out 20,000, and the Queen 9 suited for Andrew Moreno.
48,000.
And he's going to raise here. Tanner, ace-7 suited in the cutoff. We'll lay it down, and now we'll get a chance to see what the button has. Brendon quickly folds at 6-3 offsuit. Michael in the big blind says, I do not want to play. Eric, let's see what he does here with Big Slick. Facing a $28,000 raise here. 28,000 chip raise, not dollars. Chips, Slick Rick.
All in.
All in, and a quick fold from Andrew. Eric says, get out of my pot. There's the outer table. Looks like we've got the queens prevailing there. And I believe Roger Franco, the short stack, will win that one. So much to tell you about throughout the show today about the exciting things happening the month of September for us.
What's up?
Everybody whiffs on this board.
1 by 15, 2 fold.
Be interesting to see John. John with close to 1 million chips in C2. Not familiar with him. Haven't seen too much of his play, but you can see by the chip counts, he's got a large percentage of the chips in play.
Seven fold.
24.
24.
Ricky with the Ducks. Gonna make it 24,000. John with a ton of chips in the ace-6 suited in the small blind. Be 19,000 for him to make the call, and he's going to come along.
2 calls.
Eric in the big blind, 10-4 suited. Says, I do not want to put 14,000 more chips in. So it'll be heads up, John and Ricky. Equity-wise, pretty fair fight here.
2 chips.
Ricky's going to continue with his Ducks. Tough to play post-flop if you don't flop that set. Here comes the raise from John.
275.
Not content making the call. He wants to raise it here and take this pot down right now. This is what makes... Oh, all in from Ricky. And a quick fold. Ricky now has $250,000 in chips. There you see the clock. We're 1 hour and 46 minutes away from a break. We're going to do our best to not have any breaks through our flux capacitor. You folks won't have any breaks. The players will. As you see, up top today, they are playing for $30,544 plus a beautiful trophy, which is displayed in the studio. Second place will be $19,829. Third place, $13,720. Fourth place, $95.78. Fifth place, $68.34. Sixth place, $49.70. Seventh place, $36.24. Eighth place, $26.92. Ninth place, $21.74. And 10th through 14th all get the same amount, $1,916. So everybody coming back to day two is locked up $1,916.
6 calls.
Andrew flops trips.
6 chips.
John, who just lost a little under 10% of his chips, actually 5% of his chips to Ricky in that last hand, fires out just 10,000.
Raise to 28,000.
Andrew's going to raise here to 28,000, and John said exit stage left here. John's thinking right now, is everybody picking on me? I just got raised off my last hand. Maybe I make a call here and see what happens on the turn. Picks up a gutter.
44,000.
Andrew bets 44,000. About 40% of the pot.
Too many?
Sorry, yeah.
John in the blender here a little bit, thinking of what he wants to do, wondering why I made the call on that flop. So John, in two hands, has lost about 100,000 chips, about 10% of his stack. I think he came in with 961,000. Now he's got 854.
Raise.
Net raise 25. 1 fold, 2 fold. 1 fold. 6 fold.
Outer table action looks like an ace-queen versus ace-jack. And the ace-queen will prevail, and that will do it for Roger Franco. Roger will finish in 14th place and cash out for $1,916. He did come in with just about 5 big blinds
169.
to start the day, or maybe 7 big blinds.
Total, right?
Tanner goes all in here for his remaining 169. Speak for more than half of Ricky's remaining chips with just some Broadway cards. Totally dominated here by
Fold.
the king, and
Fold.
Fold.
Ricky will fold. Tanner will win that pot. And we are down to 13 players.
Should I keep going? Okay, thank you.
Chip distribution is pretty equal, except for one on this table. Everybody's between 209,000 and 344,000, except for John. John, more than double the next person.
Six raised to 20.
We are playing 40-minute blind levels today.
Two raised to 20. Mhm.
Ricky in the big blind makes the call with 10-4 offsuit, and we'll go to a flop here. Couple ducks, couple spades. John with the ace of spades. But the ace queen from Andrew way out in the lead. John's going to fire out, though. So it'll be heads up between Andrew and John.
Heads up.
Andrew dominating him. But there's the jack for John. And it's a spade. Turns the world for John. Nut flush draw to go along with his jacks and deuces, ace kicker now. And Andrew is dead to one of the two remaining queens that won't hurt him. Goes check, check, looking for a queen of diamonds, queen of clubs. Does not come. There's the nut flush for John. Whatever his bet.
Two bet 60.
Andrew's going to think for a minute. And then fold. I would imagine. You never know, though. Thinking through, is there any possible way my ace queen wins here? With four spades out there, a board pair. Yeah, he lays it down.
Oh, this one's finished. You want to come in?
Okay.
So it looks like we're going to balance some tables out there as we're going to say goodbye to Michael in seat one, at least for the short term. And after this hand, I'm going to tell you all about a huge promotion that we are all very excited about.
All in.
All in with the crabs from Brendon. For his remaining 198,000, and no one has anything to make the call. So we are super excited. Coming the 19th through the 22nd, the first time we've ever done this. This is a $100,000 true free roll. If you are a member of the lodge, we have 6 flights for this event. You can get a free entry. I'm talking no money out of your pocket. Just be a member of the lodge for all 6 flights if you want. Unbelievable. If you want to play rebuy into any flight after you've used up your complimentary entry, it's $200. Free to enter, once per flight, $200 rebuys. All of this is a complimentary, a free, true free roll from the Lodge, and we are excited. All happening September 19th through the 22nd. I advise you to get here early. There are 6 flights, 11:15 and 5:15 each day, the 19th, 20th, and 21st.
What's up?
You're not going to want to miss it. Incredible promotion, and there's the ace for Eric.
410. Six by 15.
$15,000 bet from Andrew with his pocket fives. Eric going nowhere, just going to make the call here. Andrew looking for a 5-ball corner pocket, or now a 4. Can pick up a 4 or a 5. Will get him home. Andrew's going to win. And let me tell you a little bit more about the $100,000 true free roll weekend. It's the 19th through the 22nd. But on the 18th, the day before, to kick it all off, Brad Owen, Andrew Nemi are coming to town. We're going to have a meetup game. Those are always so much fun. We're going to give away thousands and thousands of dollars in lucky seat drawings. We're going to give $500 every 30 minutes from 2 p.m. to midnight on the 18th, and $500 every hour from midnight to 8 a.m. In addition, on the 18th to the free roll to the meetup game, you're also going to have the ability to buy a $10 annual membership to the Lodge on Wednesday, the 18th. Thursday, you can do a $10 monthly membership, but the $10 annual membership is only on the 18th during the free roll. All in from Ricky with Big Slick. So amazing lucky seat drawings. $500 every 30 minutes on the 18th from 2 p.m. to midnight, and then $500 every hour from midnight to 8 a.m. $10 annual memberships on Wednesday, September 18th. You could also pre-purchase time at half the rate, up to $500 worth on Wednesday. So normally your hourly rate is $11 an hour. Well, you can get it for $5.50, up to $500 worth. Pretty amazing. Promotions all during the weekend of our 100K true free roll weekend, starting on the 18th, Wednesday. I mean, all in moment for Andrew with another pocket pair. This time he had 6s. So exciting things happening this month. I expect this place to be packed. Who wouldn't want to take advantage of each flight, getting your free entry in each flight? So you may want to ask off work or work remotely from the Lodge.
220.
Big Slick suited for Eric. Just going to call here. So buckle your seatbelts here. Two players with a ton of chips. Heads up. That bucket hat Eric's wearing is reversible. Pretty sharp looking. He fires out 15,000. And a call from John. I imagine Eric's going to fire out again here. But he doesn't. He just checks. I thought we were going to see a bigger pot than that. But the board just didn't cooperate with us. John's going to take it down with his snowman. And he's back to where he started the day with at about 960,000 chips.
All in.
All in from Ricky. And Eric again with Big Slick. Makes the call. Big pot here.
Best case with the snap.
Yeah.
Look at the equity. It is a coin flip. Ace, king, or 10 now is what Eric's looking for. For Ricky's tournament life. And Ricky's going to get the double up. Big pot.
Got a little whiplash there. He's my number one.
And all of a sudden, Ricky now is second in chips at this table. Eric, the short stack. Sophia's going to count it out and give it all over to Ricky. Big hand, pocket fives prevail. And we're down to 12 players remaining. I guess we had another player exit. Here at this table, John, 96 big blinds. Eric, the short stack, with just 12 big blinds. Tanner also under 20 big blinds. He's got 18. But Ricky now with a very comfortable 43 big blinds.
You took it back.
That's kind of, yeah. Makes sense.
Shout out to our stream sponsor, Hidden Layer. You get an overhead view of that fantastic logo. Big shout out to Tito and all of his crew out there at Hidden Layer. Austin-based AI security company. Cutting edge. Second time we've seen bullets today on this stream table. Brendon had them the first hand we saw. This time Eric has them. Does anybody have anything? John in the big blind, just 10,000 to call with suited cards. He's going to come along. Eric just with 96,000 chips now. Open ender for John.
Okay.
He's calling anything here.
4/11.
May even raise here with the open ender. He's just going to call. And there it is. Not only does he hit the straight, now he's got a flush draw to go along with it. Ace is cracked on the stream table. He checks. Eric, just 85,000 chips. SPR of a little over 1.
All in.
All in, and a quick call showing the nuts. And Eric is going to be exiting in 12th place.
Good luck, guys.
Eric had a rough 2 hands.
And the redraw.
And John is going to be our first player over 1 million chips that we've seen. 247,000 chips.
Yeah, he was small blind last night, yeah?
He was on
I
the
was
gun.
big, you were big.
You were
Yeah.
big.
So in 2 hands,
I think so.
Eric was dealt ace, king, and aces and lost them both. And he's out. There you see the outer table.
Two hands, aces, ace, king.
Just thinking.
Bang, bang.
Just thinking.
Eight rows, 20.
How about a flop straight for Mr. Moreno? And this is going to be trouble for Brendon. All of a sudden, the hands.
24,000.
Sophia dealing fire right now.
Blinds
The
up.
last 3 hands. Blinds will be going up next hand.
On.
Eight all in.
All in from Brendon. Snap call from Andrew. Brendon in trouble here. Aces cracked on hand 18. Queens cracked. Unless looking for a 9 does not come.
Again, Brandon.
I was like thinking don't pair up in my mind, and then I fucking paired up.
411,000, and Brendon
Are they
is
going 1 to
eliminated
9?
in 10th place.
We're 9 now,
Let me ask
right?
what. Hold up. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Looks like we are down to our final table. and we are going to take a short break, but you won't have to. When we come back, you will see the final table.
Thank you.
And just like that, there's the final table.
One more card.
Congratulations to all these
And obviously,
fine
when we
folks.
get into a taxable situation at the fifth place payout, so
Damn.
when you
Up
do
top,
unfortunately get that payout, it will take a little bit more time.
$30,000.
You'll be tilted and whatnot.
$544 to be won.
Just bust before that.
Ninth place gets the pay jump. Everybody at this table is locked up at least $2,174.
15th in the tournament ones, and then the other 14 guys chopped it for like 4,900.
Clayton now the dealer. Clayton is the tallest dealer in the country. Goes about 6'9", plays pickleball. Likes long walks in the sun.
They turned it into like a satellite or something.
Yeah.
And they just took even money?
Everyone, yeah, just chopped it dead even.
We will go until there's a winner.
It's like a,
Playing for a trophy and $30,000. Each of these players and all 117 entries paid $1,000 to enter this tournament.
Like a pretty good amount left, right? It's like
This
15
tournament,
people left.
Yeah, he said 14 left.
Yeah.
we called it the Super
I think it's,
September tournament.
I
$1,000
really
buy-in, $100,000 guarantee.
fine. It's
Prize
so
pool
many
is
people
actually a
like
little
play
over that. It's $103,000. There's your chip
Oh, whatever.
stacks. John, the
It's us, it's
chip
kind of
leader,
fun.
90 big blinds, over 1 point, over 1 million chips he has. Short stack at the table
Smaller tournaments.
the thing
is
I'm most
Tanner with
expecting
about
is that they think they're
15
getting
big
out
blinds. We
taxes,
go
like,
40-minute levels here.
staying under 5K.
Blinds are 6,000, 12,000, 12,000. There you see the payouts.
Yeah, of course.
$30,544 for first.
The nature of tournament poker, they see everything.
Is that me?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I want to thank our moderator today, VW Bug. Yoda of Chatsfield's out in the main room. She got here early to participate in the gridiron promotion that we've got going. First 100 people through the doors by 11:45 got a square. And we chose a game. I think it's the Texans game that we chose. And we'll have quarterly prizes depending on which square is picked. Michael, Ricky, and John each with a pair. Ricky with the best pair, middle pair, and a gut shot to Broadway. Ricky had that huge hand against Eric where his pocket fives prevailed over Big Slick. $431,000 chip pot on hand number 17. Pocket pair for Geoff. Seat one with a little over 500,000 chips. Going to raise to 30,000. And John, the chip leader, with ace queen.
call. 3 fold. 4 fold. 5 fold. 6 fold.
Tanner is the short stack in the big blind with some Broadway cards. Just 18,000 for him to call. And he does. He comes along. So we'll go 3 ways to this flop. Each player with decent equity. 8, 9, 10 on the flop, and Tanner flops top pair.
Bet 25,000. Call.
Geoff and John both with a gutter possibilities. Tanner pushes it all in for his remaining 137.
I got a count, please.
And John's going to ask for a count here. He's got 2 overs and a gutter.
37.
Call.
Call. 2.
Makes the call. So this is for Tanner's tournament life. There's the queen. Tanner needs some help. Doesn't come, and Tanner is eliminated here, and John continues to stack chips.
Okay.
Now over 1.3 million chips. See there, I abstained from telling him his percentage.
This way, and y'all stay on the
Respectfully.
sensors. We're going to take over these 2.
Right here?
Yes. So
I don't
this
wanna let
will
him
be
know.
yours, and this
4.6 million chips in play.
Yeah, we did.
John,
Yeah, there's no way around that one. Cheers.
has more than a quarter of them.
Oh, you're right.
And Safi, the chairmanator, will remove that chair,
year.
and we're down to 8 players.
I'm going to call it 8 last night, 9 now. So it's
Was that the small last time?
He was the big.
Yeah, the guy who
kid was the guy who busted was the big.
Yeah. Is it a dead small?
Yeah.
Dead small.
What's that?
Dead small. It should be a dead small.
Yeah, buttons should be on here. and it
Button should be on.
Sorry,
I'll let them figure it out. They'll figure it out.
So.
The button's not you.
Yeah.
So what is it then?
The buttons.
Okay, buttons here then. It's a dead small. Okay. Good to go. Good, yeah.
Raise.
8 raises make it 25. 1 fold. 2 fold. 3 fold. 4 fold. 5 fold. 6 fold.
Both players with the same hand here. Ryan has the diamonds covered.
$175.
Ricky's going to raise to 175 and a fold by Ryan. Because I do not want to get involved with ace queen. And Ricky's going to take that one down.
How much do you start on table with?
Like 4 something.
Thanks.
No problem.
Lots going on at the lodge today. The gridiron promotion, as we mentioned earlier. Come early, get a square before the football game starts, the first football game of the day. And we have a big poster with all the squares, and if your square hits, you can win money throughout the day. This will go on every Sunday in September. The gridiron giveaways, football and poker.
Me?
Yeah.
Around
Can't
4.
get much better than that.
Plus or minus
More,
50.
more.
Maybe 450.
Can you
Usually
put
stack
it
them in 20s, that way people don't have to
I'm
ask.
going like 450, I think is
It's
good.
way more than 450.
500.
Well, that's
I don't know. Do you want me to count it?
I just need a visual estimation of your chips. I can't do
I
that.
gave you one, 450, but it sounds like I'm
That's
wrong.
not it. Okay.
Alright.
Can we just call the 4 then? I need
What they want is one stack.
Do you want me?
20
Is that a
20
rule
high.
that I have to stack it like that?
20 stacks, yeah.
All right, I'll do that then. If that's a rule, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
No problem, guys.
I just can't visually estimate it. I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to be a pain. I just kind of
I understand.
flow with
Some
my
people
chips.
prefer it that way.
Players are asking Ricky to stack his chips and stacks of 20 so they know exactly how many chips he has.
475, whatever that is.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, 5 something.
Yeah, fine.
What do I have? 500?
530.
Thanks. Appreciate you guys.
540.
I'd be lost without you.
6 fold,
Is it not me?
No.
5 fold.
I'm just not trying to raise it to the abyss.
I'm trying to raise it all. Westlake will be so disappointed right now. Asking for numbers, don't even need to know. Gonna look back on
Ricky
that
with the
7-4
jacks.
offsuit.
Not back in.
He's got his chips back in skyscraper formation.
Fold.
Decides to fold his jacks.
So these are 200s, all right?
Deal.
Call. Heads up.
I mostly just need a 1. I'm good after that.
You're good?
Until he plays another pot.
Yeah. Next hand I think it's or not even play.
I was to say he didn't even play a pot. So.
My favorite is when people like play poker like this, and then I'm always like, can I see how much you have? And they're always like, it's the same. I'm like, I don't know, man.
He's like, give me a visual representation. I'm like, I don't know, 450? He's like, bro, you are way off. He didn't say an accurate one.
That was your estimation.
Bro, it's not like I'm at the carnival, like guessing people's stacks, like people guess ages.
Guess how tall I am.
Yeah, like
Guess my age.
guess my stack. 475. I was being honest, I clearly had no idea.
That's okay. It's like when
I
they're
mean,
like,
it's like a competitive advantage for you all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Now he knows how many chips he has. He had no idea before.
Well, these are always stacks of it.
you're welcome.
They make it look like it's 20, but like just a little bit lower.
It's like when they bring over somebody from another table and they're like, you guys can play the hand. You're like, they're not here yet. Like I'm raising into the big blind abyss. Like I just don't know what they have.
I mean, this one tilts.
The hands in front?
No, yeah.
All right.
Can I see your sticks?
Yeah.
Oh, you saw 'em.
I'll remember that against you next time.
personal too, like you're making it like.
Come on, man. Why don't you just see your chips?
I just need to know.
Like, yeah.
I stacked my chips awkwardly in a big tournament once. It was like pretty deep in the tournament, and this like very well-known high-stakes pro was like, I like really upset him. It was kind of the first time I realized like people like get upset about it, I guess. And then I kind of understand it now, but it was funny at the time because I was like, why is this guy laying into me right now? Kind of embarrassed, but that's how you learn, I guess.
6 fold. 7 fold.
We just saw Ricky lay his jacks down. This time Ryan has them. In the small blind, just 6,000 to call. A little blind on blind action. Going to raise here.
Raise, make it 40.
Going to make it 40,000. And Geoff in the big blind with an ace in his hand. And just 28,000 to call.
Just one more stack of oranges behind that.
Yeah, 2, and then
Okay.
There's the call. Blind on blind action here. King may pump the brakes for Ryan a little bit. We'll see. Goes check, check. To the turn we go. Clayton will give us a 5 of diamonds. Gut shot possibilities now for Geoff to go along with his ace. Looking for an ace or a 6.
Bet 30. Call.
Ryan hated the king. Hates even more now there's a king and a queen on the board with. He's just got jacks. But he's got the check mark.
Bet 50.
Fires out 50,000. Geoff will lay it down, and we'll go to hand number 25. 8 players remain. Started the day with 14 players. Total 117 entries in this $1,000 buy-in tournament. We guaranteed 100K in the prize pool, and actually got 103,000 in the prize pool. Thank you all for tuning in on this Sunday afternoon. Don't really stream too many Sunday games. Certainly not in the afternoon. If you have a chance, hit that thumbs up and maybe even subscribe to our channel as we're racing to 200,000 subscribers. Less than 5,000 away from hitting that magical 200,000 subscriber mark.
6 raises, make it 40. 7 fold. 8 fold. 9 fold.
That's just 2 stacks of orange. Oh.
John with a ton of chips.
All in.
An ace queen suited goes all in and forces Michael to the test. Michael with some great artwork there on his sleeves and his neck. Lays it down. No one wants to tangle with the big stack. John now 1.3, over 1.3 million in chips. Short stack at this table looks to be Michael. 306,000.
Fold.
24.
5 raises, make it 24.
The hockey sticks for Andrew. As we mentioned earlier, Andrew Moreno with about $4.5 million in Hendon Mob earnings. Had a huge score of about 1.4 million a couple years ago.
Two fold. Call. What's up? Check.
$18,000.
Bet 18. Fold.
Andrew will take that one down. Safi in the background in the studio, under the lights. See, we're about 20 minutes left in this level. About an hour away from a break, but remember, players will take a break. You won't, because we invested in a flux capacitor that takes us through time. So when the players go on break during tournaments, you don't go
24,000.
on a break. You go straight to the next hand.
6 fold. 7 fold. 8 fold. 1 fold.
$64.
Raise, make it 64. Three fold. 4 fold.
Here we go, folks. Aces versus kings. What does Andrew do here? Up against the big stack.
$114,000.
And does John go all in here? There's the raise from Andrew. Does John 5-bet here?
Yep.
With his Cowboys? Does he put it all in? Would you put it all in there in this situation?
All in.
All in, he does. A snap call from Andrew. A huge pot. Over 1 million chips.
You don't want to hear it.
This is for Andrew's tournament life. John looking for a cowboy.
Thanks.
Does not come.
That's end.
And Andrew, the huge hand, the biggest pot we've seen, 1,090,000, goes to Andrew Moreno. And John takes a little hit there. John now no longer the big stack at the table. He's second now. Andrew takes over that top spot. Now you see Michael, the short stack, still with 26 big blinds. So everyone with a ton of chips. What a hand. That was just going to happen.
That queen kind of looked like a king, though.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, noticed that too.
Feel that yourself?
I was gonna say out loud that like these ones don't really bother me.
Yeah.
Because they kind of don't. But
Yeah.
then like
When you say it,
when I
it's
brick
always
like 8 tournaments in a row, I'm like it would have been nice to take that equity though.
Maybe it's starting to bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it 38.
I didn't want to tempt the poker gods.
Yeah.
You know?
They are not to be tempted with.
3 fold. 4 fold. Fold, 6 call. That's up.
Gut shot to the wheel for Michael. Snowman for Geoff.
Check. Bet 30. Call. Check. Check.
Big shout out to Charlie Contrell for the super chat. Sorry,
Check.
because of the slight delay we're on, we're not seeing the chats as in real time, but we see you out there. Thank you so much, Charlie, and all the people in Chatsville for tuning in. The 100K true free roll weekend, it's going to be special. It all starts Wednesday the 18th with a meetup game, Brado and Andrew Nemi. You can come in on Wednesday the 18th, get a $10 annual membership. That's a $200 value. If you just come in and did that, it would be a great day. But come and play poker with Andrew Nemi, Brado, and we'll give away $500 every 30 minutes to a lucky seat from 2 p.m. to midnight. And then from midnight to 8 a.m., we'll give away $500 every hour to a lucky seat. So you'll want to play at the lodge. We'll have merchandise giveaways. And then the free roll starts on the 19th, the very next day, 19th, 20th, and 21st. 2 flights each day, 11:15 a.m., 5:15 p.m. You could, as a member of the lodge, you could get an entry in each of those flights, absolutely for free, not a single dollar out of your pocket. Why wouldn't you come play? This place will be packed, so get here on Wednesday for the free roll. Get your $10 annual membership. You can also get buy time at half price on Wednesday, up to $500 worth. So normally it's $11 an hour. You can get it for $5.50 an hour and you can buy up to $500 worth. Pretty good promotions. Plus tons of merch given away. I think we're going to give away 300 pieces of merchandise, last I heard. Fun times, and it all happens starting the 18th of this month. That's a Wednesday. $70 drawings total for $500 each. Free cash.
Three fold.
$24.
4 raises make it 24. 5 fold. 6 fold. Oh, that's it.
I got this many chips.
Ricky with a gut shot and a bottom pair. Collin. Ace-7 of spades going to fire out in the cutoff. Ricky going nowhere for 23,000. Another spade.
Okay.
Nut flush for Collin.
That 84.
Ricky now with the open ender to Broadway, but he's drawn dead. Can Ricky sniff this out? He does. Cool shades from Collin. I always wondered about mirrored shades at a poker table. Aren't you worried? Mirrored shades, you're going to look down at your cards and your cards will be reflected into the mirror? I always wondered that. First place, $30,544. "49 minutes from a break.
1 fold. 2 fold. 3 fold. 4 fold.
24,000.
5 raises make it 24. 6 fold. 7 fold. Call. What's up? Check.
$36.
At 36. Fold. Two fold. 3 fold. 4 fold. 5 fold. 6 raises to 26. 7 fold. 8 fold.
26, you said?
26. Call. Heads up. Check. Bet 40. Raise make it 100. Call.
Mullen.
Call.
All in
Nope.
and a call. Michael looking for a queen or a jack, or else he's done for the day. There's the jack. Michael says, I'm not going home yet. Give me that pot.
Shut your mouth, bro.
82.
Yes, and.
If you ever wonder, like, what's that fucking guy thinking about over there? The second he left the room, I was like, it'd be so funny if we, like, set up the deck just to fucking, like, get him in a spot where, like,
I would
he's
fold
getting-
aces.
where he thinks he's getting, like, ultra cooler.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, I would just fold it. I'd be like, I know, I've seen this before. It's on stream, but it's a big conspiracy.
All the way to the top.
Exactly, you know,
Yeah, big poker's after you.
exactly. I'm in Texas now. That's how we think.
Yeah.
Big Doug.
Don't fold
Exactly.
pairs and big poker's after me.
3 fold.
Some would say they might be one and the same.
4 fold. 5 fold. 6 fold. 7 fold. 8 makes it 26.
Geoff just lost a tough one last hand, now wakes up with the ladies.
Hold on.
Goes all in here. John's going to quickly fold his ace 8-3 of clubs,
Fold.
and Ryan will let it go. Jeff's going to get a few chips back that he lost last hand. If you want to play on the Lodge live stream, if it's a tournament, just make the final table, right? But if our cash streams, reach out to that man right there, Skull Mike, on his Instagram or Twitter at Skull Mike Poker, or email him directly, skullmike@thelodgepokerclub.com. Let him know what week or days you're going to be in town and start the conversation there. One thing, though,
24,000.
we could make you a star.
4. 6 fold. 7 fold. 8 fold. 1 fold. 2 fold. Go. Heads up. Check.
18,000.
18.
Andrew fires out of 18,000. Steven, the big blind, wearing his Austin FC soccer hat, will fold.
Five fold, six fold, seven fold, eight fold, one fold.
John on the button, 4-5 suited. Looks like he's going to raise here to 24,000. Steven in small blind with some Broadway cards. $18,000 to call. He's going to raise.
800. Thanks.
Steven's going to 3-bet to 75,000. Collin with ace queen and 800,000 chips. He and John are about the same, and this will be the last hand at this blind level. Blinds will be going up next hand.
Raise
And here comes the 4-bet.
60 now. Two fold.
To 160. Steven goes, what did I do here?
Fold.
Lays it down. And Collin makes a nice play there. 934,000 chips now in his stack.
Thank you.
And we wave goodbye to Clayton, the tallest dealer in the country. Say hello to Sophia again. 39 minutes from a break. Well, Sophia is getting her cards in order. Let's tell you about the Lodge Bad Beat. Now at $141,592. It goes up $1,000 every day. Both the San Antonio card room and the Lodge card room are shooting at this. So if you're playing right now and it hits, everyone in both rooms playing cash will get $100. And then the loser of the hand will get 50% of the remaining funds. The winner, 25%, and the table share will get 25%. There's the Lodge cam. There's Roger Franco out there. Another tournament going
You know how
on
embarrassing it is to lose with the anal beads?
on Sunday.
I actually don't know.
Look at all those smiling faces.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Watching football, playing some tournament poker on a
Some spots
Sunday.
that, like, knew what people had, and they fucking called
What
it
could be
anyway.
better?
Like, whatever.
He wasn't that good at it.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the
That's the
thing
thing.
that stands the test of time. It's like stupid people cheating and get caught eventually.
Yeah.
When you're bad and then you need to cheat, and then you're also bad at cheating.
The
Yeah.
smart people don't get caught nearly as often.
Sure.
Like 1.1 to start. I don't care. Never mind.
Okay.
Work off.
$48.
Andrew Moreno had that huge hand with John, aces versus kings. Now loving life with over 1 million chips. Raises to 48,000 with ace, deuce of diamonds. Collin with king 3 of diamonds. How about a diamond flop here? Makes the call. Diamond flop here? Spice it up a little bit on the Sunday. One diamond.
14.
$64,000.
64,000 is the bet into 111. And there's the fold.
Trying to think about it, and then I was like, I play all my hands as limp, so it doesn't matter. It's 10, 15, 15.
Probably a reasonably simply well played hand by both of us. Reasonably,
1/3.
most likely.
Two full. Three full. Four full. Five.
65.
65. 6 minus 60. Big call. Six trade. Eight trade.
Cowboys again here in trouble.
Six trade.
Looks like Ryan's going to bet about 100,000, maybe a little less, 80,000. And Michael makes the quick call here, looking for a red king.
That's fine.
No red king. So he called 80,000. What will he call here on the river? If Ryan decides to value bet here. Reaching for a ton of chips.
Call.
Call.
All in a call.
Either way, same result.
At 180. 180. Yep.
I thought he said all in. I guess he didn't. I think he just said call. Michael. So Michael's going to be left with fumes under 100K. And Ryan's going to win a nice one. I could have sworn he said all in, but I must have misheard. That's okay. Andrew chip leader, 1.18 million, 79 big blinds. Short stack now, Michael with 6 big blinds. He's going to be looking to push. Payouts once again. Tanner walked out of here in 9th place with 21.74. Next person out will win 26.92. And he'll go all the way up to first place with a beautiful trophy and $30,544.
Eight fold. One fold. Two fold. Three raise 30. Four raise 74. 64, sorry. 64. 5 fold. 6 fold. Seven fold. Great call.
Steven makes the call with his ace-9, and he and Colin are going to go to battle again. Colin 5-bet Steven a couple hands ago.
Raise short.
Got him off his hand. 4 or 5-bet.
4 by 40.
Steven looks absolutely disgusted. And he's going to lay it down, saying, I cannot beat this Colin guy.
Fold. Fold. 3 fold. 2 fold. 5 fold. 6 fold.
65.
7 raise to 65.
Ricky's going to race here in the small blind at 65,000. And big slick for Ryan in the big blind. Big raise here.
180.
Ryan looks right back at Ricky and says, take that. Ricky's saying ace-6 offsuit doesn't. That's something I want to go to war with here. 115,000 more. Be about a third of my chips. Gonna lay it down. Blinds 10,000, 15,000, 15,000 every orbit. 40,000 of your chips going in whether you want them to or not.
30.
4 raised to 30.
Colin raises here to 30,000. Andrew hadn't played a hand in a little while. In the hijack. Gonna lay it down. Let's see what the short stack does. He has pocket sevens. Michael's going all in here.
7 fold, 8 fold.
Hand number 40. All in for his remaining 84,000.
How do you count?
Jeff's gonna ask for a count here.
84.
Almost had Jeff and Michael. Jeff almost had Michael out the door. Michael hit a jack on the river. A few orbits ago. Jeff's going to lay it down. A quick call from Colin.
84, you said?
84, yes.
And no one can seem
You guys aren't expecting this? I don't like my odds.
to get Michael to leave. 208,000 chips in the middle.
Good on, guys.
Sophia gives us 3. There's the jack. And this is for Michael's tournament life. Needs the 7, does not come. And Michael's going to be eliminated in 8th place. And he's going to walk out of here
Nice time.
with $2,692. And we're down to 7.
$350.
Not you.
Just want to let you know I'm on it.
I appreciate it.
0.
You're locked in?
Halfway there.
Seven raised to 40. 8 fold. 1 fold.
We'll go to hand number 42.
Raised to 30. 5 fold.
Steven, the big blind now with less than 10 big blinds.
Come on.
1 all in.
Jeff with big slick here. Goes all in. Colin with suited Broadway cards
3 fold.
will lay it down.
4 1.
Let me know where you're tuning in from all over the world. Let's do a little roll call. Where are you watching from today on this beautiful Sunday? I woke up this morning. I think it was 65 degrees outside here in Austin. I don't know where you are in the world, but for Austin, this time of year, that's pretty darn nice. If you like tournament poker, set the dates. The Lodge Championship Series, our flagship event. We've carved out the dates, February 16th through March 3rd, over $2.5 million in guarantees. The Lodge Championship Series will be back in 2025, February 16th through March the 3rd.
Starting.
$118,000.
Andrew with Queen 5 offsuit in the big blind is going to make it 118. Going to take down this pot. Chip leader Andrew Moreno, 1.2 million. Collin right behind him, 1.08 million. Short stack of the table, Steven with 115,000 chips. 7 players remain. Players started playing at about 12:15 p.m. today. It's now 2:30. So the players have been playing for about 2 hours and 15 minutes already today. All in for Steven, the short stack with 10-7 suited.
Count, please.
Colin's going to ask for a count on the button with a ton of chips. Be for about 10% of his stack to make this call and a chance to knock somebody out. He's going to make the call. Andrew also with an ace in his hand and a ton of chips. But he says, Collin, you take it away here.
I think maybe this time you got it.
All right. I feel like I
Figured you were gonna say that.
I'm serious.
There's the 7
10 of clubs
for
on the turn, that'd be
Steven.
fun.
I'll take it.
Very fair turn. Not as fun, but
And Steven's going to get the double up.
fold. 2 fold. Three fold.
60.
7 is to 60.
I don't know what you had. I need to look. I'm gonna add 3-bet from the small. You 4-bet.
Ace queen. Oh.
Oh, yeah, mine was an O as well. No ace.
I definitely had the best hand when I 3-bet you small when the guy was like almost dead.
I mean, I should have just folded.
Ryan with the Cowboys here, facing the raise from Ricky.
Come on.
What will he raise?
I should have just folded. And
Yeah.
No.
You made it so appealing,
Second
though.
time that Ricky's facing this from Ryan
we're optimists when we look down at
Yeah.
the cards.
in an orbit.
Exactly. I was like,
I don't like you anymore.
And Ricky says he does not like Ryan anymore. And there's the smile.
I don't believe you either time.
Actually, always understandable. I also figured he was gonna get the queen
But if I did it again, you'd be like, there's no way.
or something.
I hit
Just
it.
go nuts.
Something.
It's the thing with tournament poker sometimes. When the same thing happens a couple times, it starts getting to you. You say, this guy can't have it every time.
Okay.
See if that happens again, what Ricky does. Because it's happened twice. He's made the bet,
3 raised,
and then he was raised by
4 folds.
Ryan, and he folded.
5 folds. 7 folds. 8 folds.
I bet you I'll get ahead at least one of the times.
Might be true.
Potentially.
1 call.
Law of averages would agree with you.
Not true, Bill.
His elbows.
You share one of them? You don't have to.
I had kings last time.
For real?
Wow. Ryan just told Ricky what he had last hand.
You were ahead.
Yeah.
Three by 30.
All your friends are texting you right now. He's lying. He's lying. He had 10-6-0.
1 fold. 3 raised.
You would never know until the goes over. I haven't seen too many people lie in this, in a stream situation like this. The obvious reason, but
I
I've seen it
personally think
happen
it's
before.
hilarious when it
Yeah,
happens.
yeah, of
though.
course, yeah.
We play like in Houston once a week on stream, and there's one guy who will never, he'll always lie. What
Yeah.
it's
That's not as hilarious.
Saw it
Though. You
work
gotta
on,
sneak one in
yeah,
every
yeah.
once in a while.
Yeah.
Instead of just like every time he
force the
opens
guy
his
to
mouth,
jam
well,
and
you know, he
then
didn't have
toss
that.
it
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for.
like even though you get to
Fold
know, it
cotton.
doesn't matter.
See if it pays off.
Glad I didn't travel.
4 raised to 30. 5 fold. 7 fold. 8 fold. 1 fold.
John in the big blind's going to come along. Both players with hearts in their hands. How about hearts, Sophia? Let's get something going here. There's 2 hearts. Ask and you shall receive. Top pair and a flush draw for John. Colin with a flush draw is going to fire out. John going nowhere. Let's see what John does here. Just going to call. There's the heart. Flush over flush. What more could you ask for in a final table?
2 check.
Nuts for Colin. Nut flush draw. Actually, nut flush. 3-4 is the nuts. 3-4 of hearts, but the nut flush is king, queen.
Over the 129. So 109, sorry.
No way John's getting away from this. He's going to probably put it all in here. John's had some coolers today. Lost aces versus kings earlier to Andrew Moreno. And is about to lose flush over flush to Collin.
$250.
Going to raise here to 250. And does Collin bring the boom right now? John with just 400,000 behind. Collin has him covered. Collin's going to check to say, yes, I do have the nut flush.
All in.
All in. And now, what does John do here? He's got the flush. Not a bad flush either. Makes the call. Gonna see the bad news, and John is done. Huge pot. John, who was the chip leader for most of the day today, is eliminated in 7th place in a brutal hand. And Collin now with 1.7 million chips, and John is going to leave here with
Really played itself.
$3,624. And we're down to 6.
Well, yeah, he's in big blind.
God, I hate playing with you, bro.
The ace versus kings as well.
That's good.
And Safi, the chairmanator, remove that chair, please.
I had another hand up. No way.
I knew.
There
it
it goes.
I was like,
Another
wow.
chair out the door.
I knew it was Queen Jack 10. Motherfucker. Put it into existence.
I was rooting for you.
There you see the stacks of the table.
Hey, I didn't say it.
Short stacks are both Ricky and Geoff, both with 21 big blinds. Steven just a little bit more at 22. And then we've got 3 players over 50 big blinds. Collin now with 114. Look at all those chips. Probably going to be coloring up on this break. We've got 8 minutes till the players go on break. You won't be going on any break.
Thank you.
Battery's just starting. One call.
That guy got kings, aces,
Yeah,
flush
he had
over flush.
Too bad. Too bad.
Yeah, pretty rough.
Especially in the big blind.
King's in.
The 10, the flush over flush, and kings versus aces.
You got like 544,000.
44,000.
It's my estimate.
All right. I like to know.
Yeah, the front stack is 500,000.
500,000. Okay.
I was just trying to preempt it in case I got in a spot where I needed to know. Seemed like it would be relevant eventually.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Queen 10 hand's still the sickest, even though it wasn't for any chips.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For me.
Around 270? Yeah,
No,
we're right around the
Yeah, we're around. So.
fun times. Fun times.
Oh. Can we change for a 20? Okay, thank you so much. You can take it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Five fold. 7 fold. 8 fold. 1 call. 3 call. 4 raise.
I'm killing me with that.
1 fold.
I called because you called.
1 fold.
I don't want you in there. I'll take my small pocket pair to the flop. It puts us both in. He jams, of course. I'm folding with you behind. Smart play.
Thank you. That's how I planned it.
No, not you, him.
Oh.
But not really for him.
I'll take credit for his play.
I'm pretty sure I was flipping.
Good job.
Yeah, good play, good play.
Good play.
You were flipping adjacent.
Flipping adjacent.
Yeah.
It's cool.
You like that?
All right.
That's coin, you can't use that though.
We'll see.
There's a copyright on that.
We'll see.
8 fold. 1 fold. 3 fold.
You guys for change?
Yeah. Sorry.
$53,000.
Andrew with the tanks here makes it 53,000 in the big blind. The two players with over 1 million chips playing a pot together. And when you're a short stack, you love to see it. Love to see the big stacks tangle.
This is what the people came to see.
So neither of them as kings.
Andrew going nowhere, facing the 3-bet with his tanks. Gonna make the call. And we will head to a flop with 300,000 in the skillet. Sophia gives us 3. Andrew doesn't like that jack. But let's see if Collin continues the aggression. He's got a ton of chips.
85.
He's gonna make it 85,000. Not the worst board in the world for Andrew. Could be worse. Gonna make the call. Pot building. Close to 500,000 chips. Gets a little worse for Andrew. Now 2 overs on the board to his 10s. And let's see if Collin continues. And this is where it's going to get tough for Andrew. 210,000. Because it's not only what he does here. It's probably going to be facing a river bet as well. Trying to put it all together. and he lays it down. And Collin gets one through with his ace high. The continued aggression pays off for Collin in that situation. Plus the fact that a king came on the turn.
Got like 320.
Got an orange.
Collin closing in on 2 million chips.
Minus 30.
Andrew 1 million, everyone else.
Yeah, I see that.
There you see your stacks.
I'll take a flip.
Thank you for asking. Holler when you need it.
All in.
One off.
All in for Geoff with the hockey sticks.
Three fold. Four fold.
How much is it? Close to 300.
This will be the last hand as the players will be going on a short break, but you won't be experiencing any break here.
Sevens, yes. Oh, we're gonna
As
color out. You guys can-
Jeffrey is going to take it. There is a 15-minute break, but you're not going to experience it at all. We'll be right back in 1 second. And just like that, we are back. You didn't have to wait at all. Our flux capacitor is really working well. We're down to 6.
Hurry up, boys.
Slick Rick in the bunker along with
Should have did our 14-way chop.
someone new that
Still in, so we couldn't
you
do
may
it.
not know, but he's involved in nearly every live stream. Brennan, what's going on?
Hello. Hello, everybody. This is Brendon QQ here. I'm part of the production team in the back. Glad to be here with Rick today. Getting a little bit of time in the booth, getting to chat with you guys, getting to see some hands. Pretty excited, pretty nervous, but glad to be here nonetheless.
There you go. We're down to 6. We're going to play till there is a champ, 30,544 up top. Players just coming off a break. We won't have another one for about 2 hours, so maybe this thing will complete by the time we get to the next break.
What's up?
Yeah, this is a real strong final table. I mean, we've seen a lot of these players in past tournament streams, and it's incredible to be able to watch them play together. I mean, it's when you put the top against the top, that's when things really get exciting in my book, you know.
Absolutely. Each of the 117 entries paid $1,000.
5 by 35.
The entry fee, and Andrew is going to bet here. And Ryan just with the wheel draw.
Yeah, Andrew playing a bit of his range here, raising from the button.
Good call.
Pretty inconsequential turn here.
See if Andrew continues. Or will he just shut it down?
Okay.
Goes check, check, to the river we go, and there's a pair for Ryan. Better than 5 high, but not by much.
Can Andrew find another bullet here? Might be able to get away with it.
Goes check, check, and Ryan's going to show his 3. And we'll take down that little pot, and we'll go on to hand number 54.
Ryan, little river rat. Found it, able to take it down.
So, Brendan, what do you do in the back? I know you do, you specialize in audio, but you've been seen doing camera. You've been seen doing graphics. What don't you do?
Well, yeah, the list of what I don't do is definitely shorter at this point. But yeah, I went to school at Texas State University and got my degree in technical theater, specifically audio engineering. And so that's what I was kind of brought on to do. And I'm really pretty blessed to have this job, to be able to learn so many different positions in the back of a production crew. So now, yeah, like you said, I've done cameras now. I've acted as the producer for the show, just kind of making sure everything flows very smoothly, learning how to do graphics. So it's been a process for sure, but I feel like I'm pretty well acquainted with everything, and it's nice to even when my boss isn't here, to be able to hop in and help work things out, help fix the little things that pop up, just average technical issues. It feels good to have that knowledge now.
Yeah, very, very valued member of the crew as we see Stephen Ray's here to 45,000 chips with ace jack. Ryan with ace 5 suited.
Stephen, not too many blinds behind.
All in here from Ryan. And Stephen's going to put it all in. And we've got an all-in and call situation on hand number 54. This is for Stephen's tournament life.
Ryan's going to need to get real lucky here. He's going to need to see some running spades or a 5. Let's see a flop. Ooh.
Couple spades.
Opportunity board.
5 or a spade. So now there's some chop opportunities too. There's the spade.
So sick.
And Ryan is going to be eliminated in 6th place. Ryan is going to get paid a nice $4,970. And we are down to 5.
Goodbye to Steven. That was, I mean, what are you going to do? That many blinds, beautiful hand.
People, I do it the American way.
Sorry, what's that?
I said they've been cooler than people.
And there's the
I do it the American
chairmanator
way.
getting the chair out of the room.
Yeah.
So there you see the stack levels. Colin right at about 100 big blinds.
That was it.
Then you got Ricky
I was thinking.
and Geoff, the short stacks. Blinds are 10,000, 20,000, 20,000. So both Ricky and Geoff
I don't know if that's appropriate for the viewers.
with about 13 big blinds.
Hopefully your children are not watching.
Yeah, I've been watching Colin from the back. We don't see cards. Oh, we got an all in here.
All in and a call. Colin with the crabs.
Pocket pair.
Could we have 2 eliminations in 2 hands?
Safe travels.
For Geoff's tournament life, Sophia's going to give us the flop. Geoff needs a king or a 6.
Let's see a 7. Oh.
7.
I don't like a 7.
King 6.
King 6, 7 doesn't come. And 2 eliminations in 2 hands. So we went a while without any eliminations. Now we got 2 right coming out from the break.
Well, they say deuces never loses, and then what do we say for 3s now?
I have no clue.
3s never leaves.
As we see Clayton, the tallest deal in the country, he'll be coming in for Sophia. And while we do that, let me tell you one more time about a great, great event coming around the corner, the $100,000 true free roll. It all starts on the 18th, Wednesday, September 18th, with a meetup game with Brad Owen and Andrew Nemi. Get here early, because here's what you can do on that Wednesday. You can buy an annual membership for $10. That's a $200 value for $10. We're going to give away $500 to a lucky seat every 30 minutes from 2 p.m. to midnight, and then every hour from midnight to 8 a.m. So you're going to want to come. And then the following day, we're going to have 6 total flights, the 19th, 20th, and 21st.
6 and 8. So like every other one.
Okay.
And if you're a member of the lodge, you can get 1 entry into each flight absolutely free. And I'm talking, when I talk about a free roll,
1,000% to be
Brendon,
everywhere.
this is a free roll, no money out of your pocket. So 11:15 and 5:15 each day, you can fire a bullet. And if you want to fire more, if you bust and you want to rebuy, it's just $200. So you're going to want to make it here for the meetup game, and then for the $100,000 free roll. All of this money coming out of from the lodge. This is no No money from the players.
Yeah, this has got to be some of the sickest value in Texas right now. I better see some butts and seats here because this is just shout out to the lodge.
It's it's going to be amazing. I think we're going to set records. All in here from Ricky with the snowmen. So you're going to want to make all your plans.
Hand account, please.
270.
Collin with over 2 million chips, almost half the chips in play right now. And this is just for about 10% of his chips to knock out Ricky.
Gets away from it, though.
Decides against it.
Oh.
And there's the call from Andrew. So 3 all-ins in a row. This is for Ricky's tournament life.
Lots of flips. Tournament play. You got to win your flips here. Let's see a flop. Ricky's still with the best of it.
Ace or a queen is what Andrew's looking for. Does not come. And Ricky's going to get the much-needed double up. And now he's going to have a little breathing room.
It's always a chip in a chair. We've seen some of the craziest things happen in these tournaments where people turn it all around. They'll be left with 2 blinds, 1 blind here at the final table, and they find themselves to be third, second, first mega winners in these huge stakes.
Even warming up.
Absolutely.
I had full confidence, and you're like, geez, he might be right. Most likely wrong, but he sounds confident.
At least close.
I think maybe he's been hustling us the whole time.
Yeah. You think he knew the whole time?
Yeah.
Hard to know.
So I haven't been to the San Antonio location yet, but I hear really good things about it. I hear the food down there that they're serving is very good. The staff is incredible. I mean, it's the lodge. What do you expect?
Yeah, I was down there for the meetup game last month. It was so much fun. And a lot of people may not know this, Brendon, but you are part of what I've deemed B&B Productions with Baylor and Brendon Productions, who did the fantastic work for the skydive video that a lot of y'all have seen, and also help out with another thing, the Into the Fold podcast with Greg Potter. You guys are on that crew as well?
Yes. No, the Into the Fold has been really cool. I run the audio for that, and just being able to sit. Obviously, it's work, but being able to sit and listen to the conversations between some of these incredible people we have coming through. Sethy Poker, his interview was amazing. I think it's live now. Let's see, Joe Stapleton. That was a great interview. So it's cool to hear the outside of the poker talk, to get to learn about these guys as people, what they have going on as their side ventures. Really, it's the poker community expands so wide.
Yeah, Into the Fold podcast can be found where you listen to your podcasts. Also, if you're a member of the live stream, you can see some of the Into the Fold podcasts with the video to go along with the audio. So good stuff. Check it out, and I know we're proud of what y'all are doing.
Yeah. No, if you like the podcast on Spotify, it's a cut down version. So be sure to check out the YouTube version because it's fully uncut and with video. So that's a high selling point for you guys to just pay a little membership fee and you'll be able to see it all.
Andrew goes all in with his 5s. You saw that trophy right behind Andrew right there. What a beautiful trophy that is. That'll go to the winner. One of these 4 guys is going to take home $30,000 and the trophy. You don't want to drop that trophy on your toe. That would hurt.
No, every time I look at it, my mind is just stuck on Vegas ever since we went last as a group. I just think of the Luxor every time I look at it.
Folks, if you ever want a good time, you want to go to Vegas with this young man right next to me, Brendon. Brendon did not sleep his entire 72 hours. He wanted to get his money's worth.
Boy, did I.
He got his money's worth. He was voted as the person who got the most out of their trip. So both players with a king in their hand. Ryan with 1,000,000 chips has Ricky covered here. Ricky and Ryan have had a couple hands where they've gone to battle.
Colin with a big blind special is just going to lay it down. Not worth getting too frisky. I would have flopped a 2 pair, though. You can never know these things.
35.
Bet 35. Fold.
Just a small C bet from Ricky. He's going to take it down.
Four players remain. We went a while without eliminating anybody. Then we had back-to-back-to-back eliminations, and we find ourselves down to 3. You see the chip stacks at the top. Ricky, the short stack, with 600,000. Blinds are 10,000, 20,000, 20,000.
Yeah, I'm no tournament pro, nor am I even a poker pro by that judgment. But you definitely see once one of the shorties gets out of the way, a lot more blood starts hitting the table once these players hit that pay jump. So no, it's very exciting. It can be a little long wait, and then all of it comes at once. But now we're pretty into the thick of it here. Collin still with a dominating
I've been
lead.
playing the whole time, sir. I'm freezing you out.
I'm cold, bro.
See how Andrew wants to play this here. Just gonna lay it down. No harm, no foul. If it were me, I mean, I'm pretty degen, so I'm probably calling there. I see suited cards and I go a little wild.
So talk a little bit about the production room. You know, a lot of people don't realize that the person doing graphics, nobody in the production room sees cards until after the hand is completely over, which a lot of people don't really understand. It really is for game integrity.
Yeah. So that's what we see in the back is where you see, you know, right now, Ryan has Jack 7. We see just blanks. So we see everyone's chip stacks and their names and stuff, but we don't see what cards they have. So it is a little not difficult necessarily. I mean, we're still able to keep up with the action, but there's some times where, you know, we don't necessarily know if a hand is going to get super big because we don't really know what's going up against what.
Right.
So it's a lot of we actually do. You know, when hands get really big, or when, you know, somebody starts 3-betting and we see a flop, we'll talk a little bit in the back and be like, oh, I wonder if this guy, you know, he probably has 10s, or, you know, I think he's just got it here.
Right.
So it's a sweat for us in the back too, which is pretty enjoyable. Sometimes I wish we could see the cards, you know, but I think it's honestly a little bit more rewarding when we can do some analysis, improve our poker skills back there, and yeah, nothing wrong with the sweat.
140.
Ricky's going to raise here with the gut shot to 140. Collin with just king high.
He's got the best hand, but he definitely can't know that right now.
Definitely not going to want to call this. If anything, he's going to raise, but he will lay it down.
Yeah, just got to get out of the way.
So just so people know a little bit of information in the back, we've got somebody that does graphics. We've got somebody who does the cameras, which is a complete setup in itself. You should see this setup for the camera guy. And then obviously somebody does audio. And then you got a producer. And then you've got a schmagegi who does commentating.
Yeah, everything is human operated. You know, we haven't converted to AI yet, thank God. Otherwise, I'd be out of a job. But yeah, no, it's an individual behind every single section here. So it's a lot of synergy in the back. You know, a lot of us working together, lots of communication between us and the commentators and the producer. So we've worked out a pretty good system at this point, I think, and I think that we're one of the best in the business to be able to do it.
Yep. Good teamwork. So we've got Ryan here with in the big blind, 20,000 to call, facing the raise from Andrew, and he says, "Take my blind, Andrew. Let's move on to the next hand."
just wait for some better cards. That's, you know, so much of tournament poker, and I think that's where I probably find my downfalls in the game is just getting a little impatient. But once you've made it this far in this $1,000 buy-in tournament with, what is it, 30 something up top?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna wanna wait for a really good spot. You don't want to get it in bad.
See, I mentioned Andrew Moreno has 4.5 million in Hendon Mob earnings. Looking at Colin Roundtree from the Houston area, he's got 55,000 in Hendon Mobs. I'm going to see about Ricky Hirsch.
Andrew waking up with a beautiful, beautiful ace jack off from under the gun. Going to open it up. Folds around to Colin with king 10. Going to bump it up on him. How's Andrew going to play this? We're so short-handed here.
Colin.
And he's just going to shove with the best of it.
Count, please.
Can Colin smell this one out? Can Colin know that he's a little bit behind here? Almost 40% equity. A little less than a flip, but you'd be doubling up Andrew, who's got a pretty significant stack here. I think he's going to have to, yeah, he's just going to have to lay it down.
So Andrew's starting to collect chips. Definitely the most experienced player left. Ricky Hirsch has 75,000, almost 76,000 in Hendon Mob. We mentioned Colin has about 55,000 and Andrew Moreno 4.5 million in winnings. I'm going to check out Ryan here as well as I do my on-the-fly crack research.
And our smallest stack of this table is still 34 bigs. That's a lot. I mean, it's a lot to be playing with. You're definitely not, I mean, in this lineup, everyone's got more than you, but, you know, 34, there's a lot of work to be done here. Plenty o' life.
Yeah, Ryan, over 2 million in Hendon Mob earnings right there. So he and Andrew, millions and millions in earnings. And there you see a flop set from Ryan. Fortunately for Andrew, he has Squadouche. He's not going to get sucked into this one.
No, I think we're going to see a bet fold here.
There you go. And Ryan's saying, I just wasted my set. You don't get those too often.
You don't, no.
Like to get them to pay off.
So, Rick, you've been doing, as part of your weight loss program, you've been doing the 1 meal a day thing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, like, what would be if you could have one meal a day for the rest of your life?
Just one?
I mean, if you're going to only have one dish.
Wow.
What would you pick?
Wow. It's a good question. You know, I like sandwiches. But that's a good question.
Rick is the guy that put me
like
on to Hootie's in Round Rock, Texas.
Yeah, Hootie's. Yeah, I love it.
Hootie's is fantastic if you live around the area and craving a sandwich. Don't want to get the Subway nastiness.
Oh yeah,
go to Hootie's.
Haven't been there in a while. I'd have to say probably pizza or a sandwich. But you know, I'm all about variety. You know, that's why I eat one meal a day. I like to know that I can have something different every day. Andrew with the hockey sticks here. Gonna raise to 40,000. Ricky gets out of the way. Ryan looks like he's got something in the big blind.
Andrew with a pocket pair in position.
All diamonds, nobody with a diamond in their hand.
Can still potentially rep a lot of flops like this. May not feel the need.
60,000.
But he's going to go for it anyways. Going to rep that ace. Going to get a snap fold from Ryan and take that one down. No, I was thinking about that earlier, like what would my one meal be? And I think my meal would be a chicken and waffles.
Oh, nice.
Because it's a good mix of sweet and savory.
Right.
So if I had that one meal, you know, I could really, even if I wasn't feeling super savory that day, I can just eat the chicken.
The problem with just one thing, you do get sick of it.
Oh, of course. You know, that's why it's a hypothetical. That would be a terrible world to have only one meal you could eat.
I'm surprised you didn't say the pork chop at Perry's. That's your favorite thing.
That is a close second. Oh my gosh, y'all.
Ricky will take that one down. Slick Rick along with Brennan. What would your nickname be, Brennan? If you, you know, Slick Rick, Skull Mike. We don't have one for Potter. We just call him Greg Potter.
Yeah.
But what would your nickname be if you were a commentator?
If I was a commentator, well, I can tell you a few of the nicknames that I've had throughout my life. In my early childhood, all of my friends called me Benny.
Benny?
Yeah, Benny. I don't really know exactly how that spawned, but even like my friends' parents, I'd go over to their house and they'd call me Benny. I enjoyed that one. People call me B Cope. People just call me B. My mom calls me B a lot.
There you go.
So I don't mind any of those.
Colin with the sailboats here. Haven't heard from Colin in a while. He was on fire for a while before we went on break. Back to Ryan on the button. Blinds come around quick. You know, in the past, when we got down to 4, we used to have cut the big blind ante in half. We don't do that anymore. And we used to get rid of the big blind ante entirely when we got down to 3. Now it's we keep the big blind ante the whole way.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think that losing that ante, it just slows down the pressure of the game. Really, it just lowers the stakes for these players that have fought all the way to this point. So keeping it on keeps that pressure on. Puts a little fire. Andrew with the hand known as the big lick in the small blind. Just going to call. We're going to see a flop here. $20,000 in a call. Ricky, a non-believer. Pretty inconsequential turn, other than the fact that a 5 does spike really both of their ranges here with just a limp and a check pre-flop.
60,000.
And with a little ingenuity here, Andrew is going to take it down.
As always, want to thank our amazing moderators, VW Bug and Yoda of Chatsville, simply the best in business. Hey, if you like what the production crew is doing, we're talking with Brendan a little bit. He's very much part of the production team. If you like what they're doing, type in Crew Rocks. Let them know that you think they are doing a fine job, as they always do.
Let us know. Yeah, we see it in the back. We see the Crew Rocks. We appreciate you guys. Appreciate the moderators. It was really nice meeting all of you during the moderator game. But yeah, no, we see and hear you in the back, even though you don't get to hear us all the time. Colin with a beautiful, beautiful ace-queen suited. Gonna bump it up. Under the gun. Standard raise here. Hoping he can get a little bit of action. Come on now.
Ryan in the big blind, just 20 to call. Totally dominated here by Collin. Queen would be disgusting. Couple spades for Collin.
Surely we'll see a bet here.
60.
Ryan says you can have it.
No action to give. I mean, what are you going to do? But a pot is a pot. And the blinds mean everything in tournament poker. Ricky's chipped down just a little bit since his last big double up. Ryan in the small blind, 8-5 off. Just going to make the call. Collin probably just going to check this down. See a flop. But who knows? Collin's been playing pretty aggressive, as the big stack should. And like I said, there he goes. Going to put the pressure on Ryan. Very nice hand indeed.
So, folks, next week's schedule looks like we're going to be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all cash games. And there's a distinct possibility that we could have a rather large, high-stakes cash game on Saturday, the 14th. So we'll tell you more about that when we're allowed to. But next week's schedule, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Man, I wish I knew. I would spoil it to you guys, but I don't even get to know. These are all top secret things to me. Collin with almost the GTO wizard hand of ace-5. This one unsuited. Still going to bump it up, though. And going to take it down. And that's why you should be raising ace-5 suited and apparently offsuit. Beautiful, beautiful hidden layer, Phelp. Love the hidden layer, boys. So many supporters now on the stream. Always coming in merched out. Tito, very generous with handing out the jackets, the hats, the T-shirts.
Yeah, Hidden Layer will be our stream sponsor through the rest of September, and we're excited to have them.
Yeah, you guys should. I checked out their website the other day. You should go check it out. It's pretty neat. I didn't fully understand, and probably still don't fully understand what the business does, but
cutting edge technology, AI security, and Tito's been seen on numerous network TV news programs, and his company is extremely cutting edge, and they're located right here in the area.
Mr. Andrews.
Tito loves poker.
Appreciate
yeah.
man.
And also, not to harp on
true.
Tito, one of the nicest guys.
Oh yeah,
truly that comes through this building.
I believe everything except my chip counts from myself. This guy, 100%, I believe.
You're for sure wrong if you say it.
I don't know if it's just me or everyone, but every time that I see these reflective glasses, I'm always trying to see if I can potentially get a look at the cards. Maybe it's just like the part of my brain that's just itching to find something, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. You know, I'd just be worried that as I'm looking down at my cards, the reflection is going to be seen of what I'm looking at. But I guess it doesn't work that way. Heads up, blind on blind action here.
Wow.
Trips for Ricky and a lockdown on this hand. Check mark for Ricky, continues to check, hoping Ryan fires out, but Ryan's not giving him. Ricky can't check any longer.
He's got a bet here, yeah. Trying to give as much rope as he could, but this could be the perfectly laid trap.
Aces. Do you think that you're calling with a worse hand when he jams?
Brian with the key card in his
Do you
hand.
think that he's calling? You're calling with a worse hand when he jams.
The king.
No.
Yeah.
Of course not. Well, I mean,
Is he going to decide to try to get frisky here with all this? No, he's just not. That's probably the smart move,
I was trying to think about it objectively.
especially on this stage of the tournament.
be honest, if,
No,
if I'm looking at the stacks, I can know more. But.
Yeah.
Over 500 watching right now. We appreciate each and every one of you. You can hit that thumbs up, maybe even subscribe to our channel. We're less than 5,000 away from the magical 200,000 number.
Yeah.
Would be a fun spot.
Yeah.
We're just growing and growing. It's exciting. I started here. I just hit my my work app told me I started working here a little over 2 years ago.
Nice.
So yeah, I remember first getting started being in the sweat box that was the old production room.
Yes.
It was literally Harry Potter's broom closet, guys. Like, it was bad. And to have what we have now, I mean, we're spoiled in a lot of ways, but it's been improvements and upgrades.
Yeah, you guys turned the lights off and got some music going back there. It's a party. I stick my head in there every now and then. I think I'm at a nightclub the way you guys have it going on back there. But whatever you need, because sometimes we're there for a long time. I mean, we've done streams as long as 11, 12 hours before, and your eyes can kind of get glazed over. We've had some funny things happen.
Absolutely.
Some really funny things, and we should do a blooper reel one week.
Oh yeah.
Where it's just bloopers.
Yeah, no, it's always a good time. It definitely can just get monotonous at times when you're hitting, the same buttons for every hand. I mean, no matter what position you're working.
Right.
But it's always worth it when we see those big all-ins or we have those great conversations between players, and it's just it all comes together. Chatsville, who wants to see me go heads up against Mr. Ricky here? That's what I want to play.
People want to know,
up.
do you play poker? I've seen you out there before.
Yes, so I do play poker, guys. Like I said, I'm not a pro. I took the intro part of Upswing, and that was honestly super helpful if you haven't checked out Upswing before and you're brand new to poker. But yeah, no, I play from time to time. I don't got like stacks on me like that, in terms of just money to throw around. But I find myself in the free rolls. I find myself doing some of the daily tournaments, the freeze outs. Played cash once or twice. But I really enjoy it. I enjoy just playing, we as a production team play little sit and goes at, each other's houses, or just up here when we're doing some testing. Sometimes we'll just get to play for, fake money, and that's always super enjoyable to me. I love the game.
It might be boring to you, man, but I'm playing for a lot of...
Pocket six is here for Ryan. He and Ricky back at it.
I mean, even people who are playing small stuff. And like
Ryan, under the gun razor,
yeah.
is going to rep it and going to take it down. I mean, this is the perfect board.
Probably not worth it to risk getting on their shit list.
Yeah.
You never know with those guys.
They're snap ban you. Like,
The thing too is it's a guy who's like, he'll be there forever until he dies too, and he's like, not my favorite guy, so don't want to ruffle too much.
Chatsville, I want to hear some of your favorite, most memorable moments from the Lodge live stream history. Do you have any big hands, any big moments that are just like in your top league? I know we've got a few for us in the back, but it's we've had so many at this point. We've made a lot of history here.
Yeah, no, I've definitely have got some favorites.
One of mine that I think about is, if you remember, obviously you remember, Rick, but Patches, when he came in and was just going all in every hand, trying to get rid of that nib button, I just could not catch a deck. I just could not catch a flop, you know.
I think he did 8 or 9 times in a row. It's crazy.
We love Patches in the back, by the way. Always bringing us some Torchy's tacos when he comes in. Truly the GOAT. Oh, yeah. By the way, if you ever want to get on production's good side, bring us some food. We will love you. Love you, love you, love you.
How about 2 pair for the dirty diaper of Collin? Ryan, unfortunately, doesn't have, well, he's got a little gut shot. That's about all he has, queen high. Not much in this pot right now, so Ryan's going to try to take it down. Unfortunately, Collin flops is about as good as you can get with 3 deuce offsuit.
Definitely going to see a raise here. Ryan trying to set a price that he can call, but I'm not sure if he can continue with this.
Blind's about to go up here after this hand, and there's the fold. We'll go to hand number 80. Started this stream about 3.5 hours ago. And we will go as long as it takes. Four players remain, 117 total entries. Over 2 flights. 6 bagged from the first flight on Friday. 8 bagged yesterday. For a total of 14 going to day 2.
$1,000 buy-in tournament, everybody. I mean, I can't even think about doing something like that. So I would be shaking out of my seat right now if I made it this far.
4th place, everybody at this table is guaranteed locked up 95.78 at least.
A little suited connector for Ryan on the button. Going to bump it up as the blinds go up.
Oh, that's it.
Andrew with the king. Going to make the call here. Can we see a spicy flop? And a spicy flop it is.
Check.
Flush draw for Ryan. Top pair for Andrew. Depending on this turn. Oh, wow. And he's just going to check it back. I was honestly thinking we might see a fire here, but... Let's see what Andrew's going to do. Top pair.
Check.
Not a great kicker, though. Probably willing to call just about anything, but not necessarily one to bloat the pot up too much. Check, check.
Combo draw here for Ryan. Does not come, and the king is going to be good here for Andrew.
Probably just another check, check here.
Check.
Now, Ryan can't win here unless he bets.
That's true.
He's playing the board.
That is true. I mean, he's been checking this whole time. He could have been doing that with ace high.
Yeah,
and he is going to fire.
Yeah, he's going to fire something. There's
120.
Putting the pressure on Andrew with not a great king.
Andrew's saying, I can beat a missed flush draw, which is exactly what Ryan has.
Beats missed straight draws, which is also what Ryan has. I mean, obviously another straight comes in, but not as likely here.
I like this bet from Ryan. There was 165,000 chips out there. He had no chance to get it unless he tried for it, and there, he's going to win playing the board. Good play by Ryan. There you see Safi, our game host, a beautiful shot of our studio under the lights.
Hey, Safi, if you're listening to this later.
There you see the stacks. Collin, 75 big blinds. Short stack is Ricky with 18 big blinds. Payouts, fourth place, 95.78. And then the pay jumps start to get pretty interesting.
Bust now, and if you've only got one bullet in, you've already 10x your money. It's got to feel pretty good.
Absolutely.
Raise to 60. Call. Hold.
As we see, Ryan has opened with the Queen Jack, called by Collin with the Queen 10 suited on the button. Let's see a flop. And this is a pretty big flop. Both players with a draw to Broadway. Both holding each other's outs for that. Ryan with a slight range advantage. But Collin not going anywhere with some backdoor opportunities as well. Maybe a diamond on the turn. Maybe the jack of diamonds. But no, it's just a brick. Ryan with a nut low here. Nut no pair. Reaching for chips. Looks like about 2/3.
So Ryan's starting to put his chips to use. Changing gears here. You don't always have to have a hand to win a pot. That's what Ryan has proven right there. Blinds now 15,000, 30,000, 30,000. Every 4 hands, you're putting 75,000 chips into play, whether you want to or not.
Ricky, our short stack here. Oh, and Collin looks down at the wonderful ace-king. One of the best starting hands you can get, folks.
Hold. Hold.
Ryan in the big blind. 30 to call. And he's going to come along.
Oh, that's it.
Big Slick versus 8-6. There's the 6 and a gut shot possibility for Ryan.
Okay.
Pair and a gut shot. Collin, will he continue here with Big Slick on a 9-high board? He does not. Goes check, check. There's the king.
Check.
Collin's not going to be checking anymore. He does, though. Interesting.
Trappy, trappy.
He's seen Ryan try to buy these pots the last couple and not go to showdown.
Pretty safe river where Ryan can pick up some pairs and Collin can still get the max out of him, which is going to look like he does here.
So I think for the first time in a while, the table's going to at least have Ryan called on this river bet. And here comes the raise. Puts a bunch of sky blue chips. Those are 25K each. Makes it 150,000. And Ryan says, oops.
Ryan obviously never just calling here. He's either going to go for it or he's going to fold. I mean, I feel like he's just got to fold fourth pair. but these guys are certainly better than me. And it looks like he's going for it. Oh.
Quick call.
550 and a call.
And Colin's going to show his big slick. And that was a raise to, I believe, 550. 3-bet to 550. So this pot, well over 1.2 million chips. And
Wow.
Ryan, who was sailing right along.
Great check on the turn from Collin. I mean, like I said, from that, he's able to get the max out of Ryan here, letting him just do the work for him.
And Collin has 2.79 million of the 4.6 million chips in play. About 60% of the chips are in Colin's stack, not Ryan's. Colin's stack. Ricky, the short stack with 475.
Ryan gone from a solid second place to now third. Very close and tight with Ricky here.
Slick Rick along with Brennan from our production crew. And Brennan, best buddy on the team, is you see these two guys, they're like linked hip by the hip. Brennan and Baylor, two buddies.
Absolutely. Yeah, Baylor and I, the B&B boys,
Yes.
as we are called. We've been friends basically since we met in college. And we both had, he had a passion for videography, photography, and I had my passion for audio engineering. So it's kind of like the perfect duo, you need both to make a TV show or make anything like we're doing here. So we've been able to tag team off each other and help each other with projects, and now we're working together again.
All in from Andrew.
Just out pipping Ryan by one here.
This would be for Ryan's tournament life if he makes this call.
Andrew with a semi-bluff, going to take it down. Does anybody in Chatsville have an idea for some sort of a themed stream? We need more theme streams. I think that those are so fun. Getting to come in some sort of costume or having all the decor up.
We have our annual Halloween stream coming up.
We do. Oh man, I don't know what I'm going to be this year. Do you have any idea?
Next month. No, now that I've lost a bunch of weight, I can actually go to the costume. I have more choices now. When you're a fat guy, you only have a few choices.
That's right. The world is your oyster.
2.745.
More than me.
Yeah, the costume ranges certainly open up for me now.
Yeah, last year I was the old man.
Yes.
Last year, yeah. People really liked that one. So I don't know. I've got to find something that can either top that or match that. That's gonna be hard. I'll have to. I might even do the old man for the stream just so everybody can see what I'm talking about. But it's pretty fun.
He stayed in character. We had a party that several hours long, and you stayed in character the entire party. You were committed. You were committed to your character.
Hey, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it all the way. Ricky, 400K in a stack, looking down at ace-9. May just put it in here, and he does.
How much is it?
400.
Ryan with a pretty king. About the same stack size. Even if he doesn't win, it is going to absolutely cripple him. Yeah, I mean, he's just going to lay it
Pretty
down.
close. So
Oh,
that-
sorry.
No, that one's allowed. That was.
I get a
close.
buffer of 10%.
Yeah. Maybe a little smaller.
5.5.
Yeah, 5% buffer is agreeable.
We'll go 7.5. Call it even. You know what I mean?
At
There
fourth
you see the
place.
payouts.
I really thought it was 400 too.
10K looming to the next player that gets knocked out.
Yeah.
I saw those extra.
Difference
chips up
between
there.
fourth and third,
I was
though,
never calling. I
is $4,200.
excuse to find out. Yeah.
Wanted them out.
This is where
I'll tell you anytime, bro.
laddering up
Buffer.
and paying attention to where you are
No, I got you guys.
on the table. I mean, that's a difference of $4,200.
Ricky not going to stay loose with 7 deuce, just going to throw it away.
Hold on.
Ryan, queen 8 in the small blind. He's got the stack size. When it's blind versus blind, he's just going to be ripping it with a lot more hands than he would normally be. Yeah, chat, show some love if you love tournament poker. It's truly it's a bit of a different pace than the cash games, obviously, that you probably watch here, but this is where I think that stories get told, legacies are born. Ricky.
The ladies for Ricky. Looking at the clock. He is the short stack. About 15 big blinds.
It's a 65. 8 fold.
Going to make it 65,000. Will anybody call him? Andrew in the big blind here with an ace. Pretty sure he's calling him.
I think Andrew's got 2 buttons here, call or rip.
All in. And a quick call. Here we go. This is for Ricky's tournament life, hand number 88.
I don't have a feeling on this one. Nothing.
Andrew looking for an ace.
Oh, now a club.
Ace or a club for Andrew. There's the club.
Oh my gosh.
And Ricky is going to be eliminated in 4th place. Ricky, another fine tournament effort, is going to walk out of here with $9,578 and fist bumps all around. Ricky's a great guy. Very generous.
Yeah, he was a big one.
Always gives super chats. And we love Ricky. Has a jerky company. And into music. Good guy. I know a lot of his family is watching.
That makes it easy.
What? I didn't even notice there was a
Down to
turn.
3.
Oh, I noticed.
Yeah, you had a feeling.
And then there were 3, as was said in something. Pocket 5s for Mr. Andrew here. Blind versus blind now. It's not too easy to make a pair. And to have one in your hand is pretty cool.
All in.
All in.
All in.
And that's what Andrew thinks. Ryan not going to test the waters here.
Raise call. I could do like a limp. Could do open shove.
Yeah, I think you get me that time.
Huh?
I think you get me that time.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't like a good hand, like a, you know, it was like a, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't have queens or, you know.
Yeah.
Never a good hand.
Yeah.
Stream sponsored by Hidden Layer, the ultimate security for AI platform helping enterprises safeguard the machine learning models behind their most important technology,
Keep it honest.
artificial intelligence.
Thank you, Hidden Layer.
Yes.
Thank you for keeping the interwebs
Look
safe
like
for
Ace of
us.
Kings kind of man.
Yep. Good cards.
And Tito's undefeated on his new felt. He on
Started with, like,
Thursday.
450. All right.
Friday, he won like 9,000.
Yes.
Had a good day. Hockey sticks for Ryan. Makes the call. Collin in the big blind.
Check. Heads up.
Checks it, and we will go heads up.
Ryan looking for revenge.
All spades here.
Little straight flush draw for Ryan, too.
Yep.
Bet 30.
A 10 would be a spicy card here. Both players would hit their straight.
Let's see the 10 of spades.
There's the queen for Collin.
Check. Bet 45.
Going for about a third of the pot. It is a pretty wet board. Not one to get too spicy. But for this price, I don't know if Ryan can get away just yet.
Cool.
That's almost a straight,
Check.
but it's not.
Check.
Goes check, check. Collin's going to take this one down. Loves how he has to take his glasses off to see. So we mentioned you. We mentioned Baylor. We got to mention some others in the back. Of course, Maestro Matt Sweeney, the leader of the band. Safi and Brittany. Safi does a little bit of everything. She does a game host, and she also is on graphics and does things. Kevin is back there. Will is back there.
Sergio, Liz.
Of course, Sergio and Liz. Who am I missing?
I would say I feel like I'm missing something, and I don't want to miss anybody.
Greg Potter.
Greg Potter, obviously, yes.
You got it.
Fold.
A good group. And what I like about the group is that they're not only friends at work, they do a lot of fun things outside of work and socially. And I think because we all work so many hours and so close together, you gotta get along.
It's true. You definitely got to get along, and also it helps that, I mean, we've got a pretty unconventional work schedule compared to the average American.
Yes.
Not a 9 to 5 for us. It's like a 1 to 8, and on the weekends. So it's nice to know that everyone I work with basically has the same schedule as me.
That's true. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Andrew will win this one, and we'll go on to hand number 93. We will have another break in 58 minutes. Do you think we'll make it to the break before, or will we finish this thing by the next break?
That's a good question. I do think that, you know, obviously it's looking like heads up's going to be between Collin and Andrew here, both pretty intelligent players. I mean, everyone here is an intelligent player.
Yeah.
But I think a heads up is going to be pretty hard fought between these two. We might be in for an extra hour and a half to 2 hours or so. Ryan, just going to lay down King 6. Not a very big stack left.
$180.
Collin putting maximum pressure onto Andrew here.
With 5-3 of diamonds, getting a little spicy with his big blind in the big blind, and Andrew has an ace, and three-handed ace anything is pretty darn good. Colin's going to show how you win with 5 high.
Pretty good masterclass from Collin here on what to do as a big stack, though. Here in the final stages of a tournament, these chips are so valuable inherently, and to be able to have so many. And when you look down at the hand like King, Queen of Diamonds, you have a little more rep.
It's a little shocking. Colin's a very talented player. You can see it. It's a little shocking to see his Hendon mob compared to Andrew and Ryan's. I mean, Ryan's is over 2 million, Andrew's over 4 million. But from what I saw, Colin's is about 55,000. Now, sometimes Hendon mob gets a little confused because names could be spelled incorrectly. So you might have all of your Hendon mob under one spelling and just a little bit of your Hendon mob under another spelling. So it's not the end all be all and always accurate, but that's what I'm seeing. But he's a very talented player. All in moment here for Andrew.
But we love an easy decision, 5-3 off. That's just a snap fold. That's a good day in poker when all your decisions can just be easy. I can either just fold or I can just call, I can just raise. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. Nothing weird, nothing off the training sites. Hey everybody, I hope you've enjoyed me so far. I'm Brendon QQ. This is my first time being back here in the booth, hanging out with old Slick Rick. And yeah, I just appreciate the opportunity to be able to do this. This is one of the jobs that I haven't been able to do as a production member so far. So I guess I'm a jack of all trades.
So while we have the dealer change, let me play you a little bit, something that the B&B did for us. Listen to this. How cool would it be for you and your group to star in your own poker show? This unique experience will be available to view forever via your own private YouTube link. The Lodge Card Club is the largest poker room in Texas, home to the world-renowned Lodge Livestream, which boasts 4.5 million monthly viewers. Your amazing experience will include a professional dealer, an excellent videographer, a graphics technician, a world-renowned commentator, and of course, you, the star, along with your group of up to 9 players and up to 2 guest commentators. Email slickrick@thelodgepokerclub.com. What a great commercial. And Brennan, you and Baylor killed that. One thing we got to change, though. That was Slick Rick 65 pounds ago. We need to see, we need to edit the new slimmer Slick Rick.
That's true, yeah.
So, but no, great job. That was a great commercial. And if you want to rent out the studio, we've got a couple. All in moment here with the aces. Let's listen in first. Nobody's going to give aces any action, but if you want to rent out the studio and have an experience like no other, reach out to me and we'll make it happen. We've got a couple coming up in November.
Watching that video, I just realized I have something I can put on my resume as professional hand model. There's 2 shots in there. That's both my hands.
I thought that was your hand.
Yeah. So if you like hands, check out the Lodge.
Very well done. That commercial.
I mean, he hasn't had it yet, right? He never has it, so, I mean.
It's easy when they never have it.
Yeah,
What are you
when they
supposed to
never
do?
have it.
Indeed, it is easy when they never have
I
it.
was
Ryan,
coaching you. I was just
having
coaching
nothing
you,
worthy of a
you picked
call.
the wrong times to not have it.
Yeah.
You like waited till now to not have it. It's the worst possible strategy.
Yeah, that's a rookie choice.
Three-handed final table of the Super September.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
That was 13K.
Exactly.
Sorry,
Yeah.
You're down bad on taxes.
And it just seems like every time I look up, Collin is winning a pot, whether he just eats up those yummy, yummy blinds or wins one outright.
He's definitely leaning on everyone with his chip stack. I mean, he's got over 3 million now. And Ryan is in shove mode. He's got 6 big blinds.
We need some more lodge souvenir, like you know, we got the conch shell from Jungle Man, the hat. We need to ask players like, hey, can we take those glasses and put them on the shelf?
Whoa.
Have a little display case of game-worn items.
We need a little VW bug. We need a coin from Coins. That would be pretty cool.
A Tesla fob from Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one really illegal one so far. Besides that, it's been pretty unlive.
We'll see after the stream.
It's getting easier and easier to have it. I gotta say.
Ryan is just dwindling right now. 4 big blinds in the big blind. He's going to have to make a stand.
This might be the one.
I mean, the blinds come around so fast when you're three-handed. Gonna make the call here.
How much? You have like 100 behind?
Yeah, 100.
Okay.
All the players a little shocked that he didn't just rip it. Myself
There's
included.
the queen for Ryan.
I got it.
He's gonna snap.
You got it?
I got it.
Oh, I got bad news, dude. You ever seen the running straight?
100.
All in and a call, so Ryan's gonna get the chance to double up here.
Give you some blue chips.
Way out in front with his queens.
Sorry, man. It's a good try, though.
Ryan's
King of
smiling,
hearts.
saying you can't get rid of me that quick.
Unlucky.
Let's see an 8.
Needs a king.
Wasn't
A king only.
Thank you.
Does not
it?
come.
2 pair?
2 pair for Ryan and the double up.
Top pair.
Now he's got
Let that be a lesson
12
to all
big
you young
blinds.
bucks out there playing all aggressive, doing all those fancy moves.
Yeah.
A chip and a
Good
chair.
math, though. That's right.
Huge shout out again to our moderators, VW Bug and Yoda.
49.
Want to thank all the employees here at the lodge, from the front counter, the cage, the dealers, floor. Great group of folks.
Maybe another time.
Yeah, I wanted to thank Skull Mike for giving me this job permanently.
Just the no
I
reason
appreciate it.
Just drive the blinds up.
Just hope me or Andrew peel over.
Back to folding.
Lee, come on.
Collin. Probably praying for a little bit of a shove there. 9-8 suited.
Well, if you're back to folding, I gotta start raising Andrew again. Got no
I believe
choice.
it. I believe it.
I always
Speaking
enjoyed
of
it.
Skull Mike, I'm sorry. Speaking of Skull Mike, if you want to play on the Lodge live stream, reach out to Skull Mike on his Instagram or Twitter at Skull Mike Poker, or send him an email directly, skullmike@thelodgepokerclub.com. Let him know which day you're going to be in town. Start the conversation. One thing, though, could make you a star.
I need that picture of Skull framed, and not even framed, just I want to hang it on my fridge, you know?
Big slick suited for Collin. He said he was going to fire out at Andrew. Well, now is his chance. Pair for Andrew. Yeah, pair for Andrew. Gut shot to Broadway for Collin.
Colin's certainly not going anywhere.
120.
Trips.
Just trips.
One check.
Bringing in another flush draw into the mix. Andrew, knowing he's got the best hand right now, surely just gonna check. Maybe hoping to get some value out of an ace-high hand like Collin has, and he is gonna fire.
Okay, 40.
Really only 9-10 gets here. All the flush draws miss. The trap has been laid on the turn.
175.
And a bet of 175 from Andrew. Collin with a nut no pair.
175, yeah.
Wants to see it, and he will see it.
So 500,000 chips going to go over to Andrew. And you don't want to give more chips to Andrew.
Back to jamming. Can't play post. Too bad.
Beautiful shot of the trophy behind Andrew there.
I'm just fed up. I probably wouldn't have. And then
Big
you guys
pay
are
jump.
crying like possible.
$6,000 the difference between second and third place money.
It's the new internet controversy.
It's fucking rigged.
Next time I'm gonna call you son. Tails all the time
160.
as they fold.
Rethink.
All in?
All in moment for Ryan.
50?
Not quite.
For 10.5 big blinds.
Yeah.
320.
Collin, a chance to knock out a player.
Just gonna lay it down though. Almost slightly surprised with
Yeah.
how Collin's been playing. Definitely not scared.
Would have been for about 10-11% of his chips. Says he'll pick another spot. These players came back to day two, 12:15. It's now 4:25 Central Time, so they've been playing for a little over 4 hours. 14 players came back for day two. 12:15 today, down to 3.
Equal.
Chip values, think we might be we might color up next break, but right now, sky blue chips, 25K. Orange chips are 5K. And those are the two chips we've got on the table right now.
Yeah, surely for heads up, we'll get maybe add some purples onto there.
Probably red, maybe 100K. We'll see.
Two good looking hands and two pretty decent stacks.
Reset.
Collin flopping the best of it with top pair.
1/35.
Andrew with a lot of backdoor opportunities here. I mean, he could hit a 7, giving him some straight outs. Maybe a spade will come. Ace high.
Two pair now for Collin. And a nut flush possibility for Andrew. This could be exciting right here.
Let's see the price.
90,000. Andrew has to decide what he wants to do here. Got a combo draw, looking for a 10 ball or a spade. Gonna make the call.
90. Yeah.
Maybe the queen of spades.
Board pair. Andrew with just now ace high.
Collin's gone for all three streets here. Andrew's never just calling.
Andrew's saying, I can beat a missed straight. I mean, that's...
Catcher.
Even his ace isn't that great.
Yeah. I mean, when it goes limp pre, I mean, what?
He's going to fold it.
He's going to fold. But, I mean, kudos to Andrew for giving it some thought there.
So the blinds are going to go up, and that's bad news for Ryan. Ryan's sitting at about 14 big blinds. See the stacks at the table? Close to 3 million chips does Collin have. That's a lot of chips out of the 4.6 million in play. I think the blinds went up. They're no longer 15, 30, 30. I believe they're 20, 40, 40 now. Pocket fives for Ryan. 95 to call in the big blind. He's going to go all in here.
Call.
And there's the call from Collin. Basically a flip here. Hand number 107.
Who are you taking, Rick? Who do you want here?
I'm thinking Collin's going to finally get him.
He'd be like that.
All right. That leaves me with Ryan. Ryan, let's hold.
There's a jack right in the window.
That's not good news.
And Ryan needs a 5-ball corner pocket. Does not come.
Two pair. Oh.
Trips for Collin, and that'll do it for Ryan. He is eliminated in third place.
You gonna wait me out?
And
I mean, I'm gonna go to then, or
what we're going to do here is the players are going to get situated heads up. It's going to be about 6 minutes. You will not have to wait any.
That's okay with you.
So hold tight. We'll be right back. And we are back, folks. Heads up, just like that. Our flux capacitor working overtime today. Slick Rick along with Brendon from our production crew who just got the call up. He was in the bullpen. Says, put me in, coach. We said,
I guess I prefer
put a headset on.
This is my moment.
There are moments in life.
You know, I just want to shine. I'm an actor at heart, so.
Big slick here for Andrew. This is going to go two very aggressive players.
80,000.
Heads up. I thought this would be the matchup. No disrespect to anybody else who was at the final table, but the way it was going, you kind of felt like Collin and Andrew were destined to play heads up against each other. We do have new chips in play. The red chips are 100,000. Sky blue chips are 25,000. And the orange chips are 5,000. So red chips in play now.
Heads up poker, probably my favorite version of the game to watch. I know that's a bit controversial, but
100. Seven call.
Yeah, not too many players get to play heads up. So that's why the more experienced players, the people who have made deep, deep runs, have a big time advantage in this situation because it is a lot different playing heads up versus with a full table.
Andrew with 2 overs. Queen high. No redraws.
7 check. 2 check.
Collin had it, and now he has it. Looks like a wheel to me.
7 check. Too bad, 80 check.
Andrew with just queen high. Yeah, definitely just got to lay that down.
Second place will receive $19,829, and first place $30,544. So a difference of close to $11,000 between first and second.
That's a lot of Big Macs.
It's a lot of Big Macs. You see the trophy right in the center of the table, an overhead view.
Andrew with a beautiful starting hand in position. But not going to get in the action this time.
I want to give a special shout out to Charlie Cottrell, who's been doing some super chats throughout the day. Charlie, much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you, Charlie.
Raise.
2 raise with 1 queen.
See, I play heads up much like I play Ultimate Texas Hold'em. You know, king or ace in your hand, you got a 4x. Got to play your odds here.
So we're on going to hand number 112. What do you think, Chad? How many hands do you think we will play until we have a winner? We're on 112 right now.
Okay. 112.
Let me know what you think when we will end this.
I think a good line is 164.
Wow.
I think that's a good line.
7 call.
I don't think either one of these players are going to be loosey-goosey about anything. If anything, it's going to be a mega cooler.
Check.
It is heads up, so we're seeing a lot more hands.
Pair of 4s for Collin. Goes check, check. To the turn we go. Now trips now for Collin. Going to fire out of red chips. That's 100K into 120.
Andrew really only drawing to a king, but he's going to make the call. King high might be good sometimes. Some straights come in. Obviously, none of our players have them, but
About 215.
Andrew with the decision here. Is king high good? Not really losing to better king highs. You know, he's got king queen, he's got a straight. He's just gonna lay it down.
The 100K true free roll is coming down the pike September 19th through the 22nd. You're not going to want to miss this. If you're a member of the Lodge, here's what you do. On Wednesday the 18th, come in, say hello to Brad and Andrew. Play the meetup game. Join the Lodge as a member. $10 gets you an annual membership fee. That is a $200 value for $10. That alone is great. We're going to give away $500 to a lucky seat every 30 minutes from 2 p.m. to midnight, and then every hour from midnight to 8 a.m. You're not going to want to miss it. It all starts Wednesday, the 18th of September, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be the 100K free roll if you're a member. Every flight, we'll have 6 different flights. Each of those 6 flights, you get a free entry. No money out of your pocket. 100K guarantee for the tournament. You're not going to want to miss it, folks.
C7 raise 225.
Andrew's going to raise here. 3 bets to 225,000 with 10 high, and he's going to take it down. So you're not going to want to miss the 100K free roll weekend. So much. You can also get half off your time on Wednesday, the 18th. In other words, 50% off, time discount. So if it's $11 an hour to play here, you can get your hours for $550, up to $500 worth. 10% off after Wednesday through the weekend. So lots going on, lots of discounts, lots of free stuff. And did I mention merch giveaway? We're going to give away over 300 pieces of merchandise. Maybe you can get a bucket hat or a hoodie.
The now iconic bucket hat. Yeah, folks, if you didn't hear, that's every flight you can get into at least one time for free.
Absolutely.
So if you're new to poker, if you're been playing for a long time, there's no reason to not give it a shot. This is your moment, much like I'm experiencing mine.
755.
All clubs. Colin with the only club in his hand. Andrew with queens, though. There's the club. Colin with the check mark.
Good check.
Three to 1 chip lead by Colin.
Now, I'm curious to see if Colin will bet this 8, and he will. And he's going to get paid. Two pros going at it, heads up.
Lots of annies. I mean, look at that. 100,000 every 2 hands.
An
of your
11K
chips.
jump between second and first. A lot at stake at this point in the tournament here.
Yeah, and the trophy. Don't forget the
And the
trophy.
trophy.
People loves those trophies.
The toe crusher.
Yes.
All in.
All in, ace 5. Andrew says, take my blinds. I don't like it, but take my blinds.
Andrew's going to need a moment here. Andrew's going to need to find a really good spot. Hopefully secure a double up to have a little bit more of a fighting stack. Pretty easy to get bullied around when this other opponent has almost 4 times what you have. We're going to see a flop Collin King Deuce versus Andrew 6 Trey. And a king for the king. Andrew going to take a stab, but is surely getting called if not raised.
There's the call. To the turn we go. Another diamond. Both players with a diamond in their hand, but not a very good one. Andrew with the better one.
Pretty spicy turn, bringing in Broadway, bringing in diamonds. Some 2 pairs get there.
90,000.
Almost half pot from Andrew.
There's the call.
And depending on this river, he just might be able to get away with it.
Needing a diamond. There's the diamond. Both players now with a flush.
Might just go check, check here. I mean, the 3 of diamonds, unless you're just going to turn it into a bluff, even though he's good.
$180,000.
Bets 180,000, and now Colin's got to think, hey, I've got a flush here. Makes the quick call, and he's going to see the bad news.
When you snapped that in.
Yeah, probably not feeling too great about a snap, but did have the best hand.
Go to hand number 117. Andrew and his young family moved to Austin. Wife Christy was very much involved in poker over the years. Brother Johnny Vibes, poker vlogger, and has been on our stream a few times. I think Andrew and Christy have a couple youngsters.
Collin with some jiggities. An often dreaded hand, but heads up, I'm liking him just fine.
$380,000.
Gonna make it 3